2 podcasts in 1 week? This is madness. No, it's a JRPG report, episode 63, coming right at you. That's right, fans. There was so much news that broke as soon as we got done recording episode 62 that I felt the need and was compelled to come back and report at least these couple stories right fast for you. And mostly because next week is E3, and I didn't want these stories to kind of get lost in the shuffle and the madness of next week. So let's talk about a few things that broke. One in particular, literally like an hour after I was done recording. And this is old news, but now it's new news again. And it's news that touches my heart very deeply. And that is that we are getting the Grandia HD HD collection, formerly known as the artist known as Grandia plus Grandia 2 HD Remaster, which was just the worst title ever for a game. And it is now, quote-unquote, coming soon to the Switch. Publisher Gung Ho Online Entertainment announced. Additionally, Grandia HD Remaster will launch for PC day and date with the Switch collection, and the currently available Grandia 2 Anniversary Edition will be retitled Grandia 2 HD Remaster. So we are getting Grandia 1 and Grandia 2 in this HD collection. More news is going to be announced at E3, they say, so I'm guessing that will either be part of Nintendo's presentation, or we may get a completely different and just come out kind of randomly about it. My first thought is obviously, yay, finally. I can't even remember when we initially reported on this, but it was quite a while ago. And then, nothing but crickets. And now we're finally getting some concrete information about it. I'm assuming at E3 we will get a firm release date. I can't imagine what is taking so long to do this. These are very old games, so not quite sure what the holdup has been. Second thought: if you're going to retitle this the Grandia HD Collection, you're missing not only Grandia 3, but Grandia Extreme. 2 titles that I enjoyed personally quite a lot. And I'm kind of surprised that they're not included. I guess that just leaves the door open for the Grandia HD Collection Part 2 to come out later down the line. This series is known and again, in my opinion, one of the finest examples of a turn-based battle system there is, in particular with the cancel attacks that can go on, and you can really wreck some people with that, and you could be wrecked as well. It can be quite unforgiving at times. A really cool, unique story. It's JRPG, so there's going to be some cliche involved, of course, but quite looking forward to this. And we will report on that release date next week as soon as it is available to us. So again, that's good news indeed. We also got a quick update on Dragonstar Vanar. We, of course, know it's coming out on June the 11th on PS4 in North America and June 14th in Europe. What we didn't know, and I guess we still don't know, is the PC release date, but they have said that it is coming out this summer. So, again, one of those deals, like, I'm not sure why, this is taking a little bit longer to come out to Steam, but they have at least announced that it is coming out this summer. Quick note, and, it'll be quick. Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield will launch worldwide for Switch on November 15th. The Pokemon Company announced a special double pack, including both titles, will also be available. That's it. That's all you're getting from me, guys. You know me. If you've been listening for a while, Pokemon, not my thing. But I will give you the release date, November 15th, for Sword and Shield. The collective internet has gone crazy for this news, and we will surely see it at E3, June 11th through the 13th. The Nintendo Direct will be on Tuesday at 9 a.m., Treehouse Live Wednesday at 9 a.m., and the Treehouse Live Indie Day will be Thursday at 9 a.m. They have announced that you will see both these titles, and they will be playable at the Nintendo booth, as well as Luigi's Mansion 3, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, The Black Order, and The Legend of Zelda, Link's Awakening, and more, they say. That's the part that has me intrigued. What else is going to be shown? What kind of aces does Nintendo have up its sleeve? We can only speculate and hope for big things, but we will have to wait and see just a little bit longer until some more concrete information comes out. Quickly, I do want to just state that I had a follower comment on one of my YouTube videos, and I'm sure I addressed this at some point, but let me just throw out for you Trails of Cold Steel fans. If you have played either the PS3 or the Vita versions, you can upload and import your progress. Now, if you played on those systems, what you're going to have to do is, of course, upload it to PlayStation Plus, get it on the cloud, and then when you load up on the PS4 version, either Part 1 or Part 2, you'll be able to import those files. So they indeed made that a key feature. The reader in particular, he had just he was interested in getting the PS4 version, but he really wanted to play it on Nightmare mode using his PS3 data. So I informed him that he could indeed do that. So if that's one of those things holding you back, like you put 100 hours into this game, you don't really want to do it again unless you can retain your progress, well, you can. That's not something a lot of titles have done, so pretty cool that they have chose to do that. So let's take a quick break and have a word from our sponsor and be right back with two more great stories. So I've got updates on two titles here in just a moment. I do want to mention I'm going to try something a bit new this week, and hopefully this will gain some momentum. If you guys are following on the YouTube channel, and please do so, give us a like and a subscribe. That would be really awesome. I'm going to I've kind of dabbled in this a little bit before, but I really want to do kind of a weekly video as well, and this will be different from the podcast in terms of it will be really showing any videos and trailers that come out during the week, possibly gameplay stuff as well, and I want to show them, and then I'm going to try to be brave and be on camera as well to kind of talk about those things and any announcements that go along with those as well. So it won't be all the stories that we talk about in the podcast, and there may be certain specific ones that I couldn't really delve into deeply on the podcast because, well, there's video involved, and you kind of need to see the video to know what I would be talking about. I'm still going to try to share videos when they come out on the Facebook page as well, JRPG Report. Small plug there. So you can follow along there if you're not into checking out stuff on YouTube. But it'll be the same type of deal, guys. I still want to do a very clean, family-friendly podcast and video series on there. But if you guys are interested, check that out, and I would truly appreciate the support. So we talked briefly on the last podcast about Atelier Ryza, and it's just kind of out of nowhere. Oh, by the way, we just released Lulua. Here is Ryza. So we've already got a ton of information about it. So I will pass that along to you guys. That Atelier Ryza, the Queen of Eternal Darkness, and the Secret Hideout will launch for PS4 and Switch on September the 26th in Japan. Retail listings have kind of revealed that. There will be a standard version, and that will go for 7,800 yen. You guys can Google the conversion. I'm not sure how that works out. And of course, the premium box, you can't have just a standard edition. You must have the premium edition. That'll be about 3,000 yen more. That premium edition will include download for the Devil's Embrace costume for Raza, an art book, a B2 cloth poster, a set of 2 stained glass style clear files, and an acrylic mini charm. Not to be outdone, for 19,540 yen, a special collector's box will be available exclusively at these couple shops, like say of course at the Gust shop, Game City, Amazon Japan, and Softmap. So if you're interested in any of that stuff, you may go ahead and check that out. No word on a firm release date for the PC version. That will be announced at a later date. We did have some updates on some of the story. They're saying that this will take place at in the middle of a lake lies the Kuken Island. The story will take place on this island in a village called Rasboden Village. Raza, who lives in the village, is an ordinary girl that you could find anywhere. Feeling uneasy about her boring village life, she rounded up her close friends to talk about their dreams and put together a plan to leave the village in search of excitement. Raza and her friends, with their newfound determination, set out on their first journey to the opposite shore of the island, where entry is forbidden. There they encounter a man who wields a mysterious power known as alchemy. So that'll set all the motions into effect. And again, I really like the art style of this entry. It looks to be, like I said, a realistic anime look to it. Again, looking forward to this one, and I wanted to pass along those details to you as they're already coming out hot and heavy for the next entry in the Atelier series. So I saved the best for last, and this is news about Persona 5 Royal. Apparently, all these stories, they hadn't heard of E3 and didn't want to wait for it to kind of jump the gun. So Persona 5 Royal has got a new trailer, and I just shared that on the Facebook page if you want to check that out, introducing the new character Kasumi and her persona Cendrillon. I guess that's how you say it. Cendrillon. And along with it, they detailed the almost 14,000 yen straight flush edition that will be due out alongside the standard edition in Japan. In that straight flush edition, you will get the special box with illustrated artwork, the Persona 5 Royal art book, which is said to be B5 style hardcover in 48 pages. The Persona 5 Royal soundtrack is 1 CD and the booklet. A t-shirt designed by P Studio. You get one size fits all if you're a large, that is. So that's obviously Japan only. For America, we will need a standard size of probably 2X. We're a little bigger over here. Phantom Thieves costume DLC set, the Velvet Room costume and BGM special set, and you get the Persona 5 Dancing in the Starlight costume and BGM set. Persona 5 Royal is due out on PS4 Halloween, October 31st in Japan, and just 2020 in the West. So I got a chance to check out the trailer a little bit, and it was pretty cool. Kind of showed Kasumi doing some of the events with Joker. She was actually in the batting cages trying to I guess she thought it looked was easier than it looked, and found out differently very quickly, and kind of show her going shopping with Joker, and then it kind of shows where she finally finds her persona and finally changes into it and starts wielding, I believe, a saber of some sorts. to fight. So very cool stuff. We're crazy excited for Persona 5 Royal and a chance to get back in there with the Phantom Thieves. Very, very exciting stuff. So that was really all I had to chat about. Don't forget to follow our live stream. We're on to be night 3 tonight of Trails of Cold Steel 2, and it's so cool to be able to play these games back to back, and there really was a pretty big leap in graphic fidelity from 1 to 2. The characters move much more naturally now. Still, everything is the same, but just looks so much better, so much cleaner. Still not going to convince anybody this was a PS4 game. It certainly looks like a PS3 upscaled game, but just so far, getting into it, very, very happy, and couldn't be more pleased. If you guys want to check that out, we try to do that every night. Don't forget, give us a like on Facebook, like and subscribe on YouTube, and look out for some new videos here soon. I don't know when we're going to record next week. It kind of depends on the flood of information. If there's a ton of stuff early in the week, we may try to do something and do another 2-part podcast next week. It just completely depends on how much information comes out and how soon. I'm thinking we may just have we may have a Final Fantasy remake, 7 remake exclusive podcast once all that drops here in the next few days, and then wrap up E3 with everything else. We'll have to wait and see. The world's going to get set on fire next week. We'll just see how bright the blaze burns, I guess. But thank you so much for tuning in. Really appreciate you giving me a listen twice this week, and we will be back next week with crazy E3 news. Until that time, guys, get back out there and level up.